fortunately on flexible pipes, so they were able to relocate it while they jackhammered the basement floor. And adapter there, and should be good to do that. Yay. So what else? Kids have gone to visit Grandma this week, so they're not here. So, peaceful weekend. We did kind of have a change. Their mum said she only wanted them to come every other week. And that was kind of all set up, but then the girl wanted to change the week. So she had been, we'd sort of set up to do, week 1, week 3, week 5. And she came week 1, but then said she wanted to come week 4 because her best friend goes to visit her dad on week 135, so she wanted to come and visit us on 246 so she could get with her friend on the weekends that her friend was at home with her mum. So that was a thing. And then the boy decided he wanted to come every week, but that's still up to his mum's say-so. Initially he said, I want to come when my sister's not here. Okay, fair enough. But then he changed his mind and said, no, I actually want to come. And he's pretty much saying, I want to come every week. But then last week he said he wasn't coming this weekend, and that was before we knew they were going to Grandma's. Yeah, that's going to be difficult. So yeah, quiet weekend this weekend. Does mean we can clean up the basement, because while the workmen did, for the most part, clean up all the rubble, they didn't sweep the floors, so the floors were a little bit messy. As can be seen from all the footprints up here. We'll be partially rearranging the basement. There's sections of the basement where they didn't put new concrete, but we had to clear the area in front of it away so that they could get to where they needed to work. So the instruction was 5 feet clearance, and so everything is away from the wall by 5 feet, including along the wall edges 90 degrees to to where they did the work. I can't get out this way. Well, I probably can. I'm going to have to jump into the Kubota. Hopefully, tree's not too low here. Unfortunately, trees are too low here. Okay, made it through there. Remember, I did suggest I might take some of these trees out, or all of these trees out and the hedge, and make this a big square field, squarish. However, I don't actually know that I want to do that. If I buy the 2 fields on the other side of that tree line, I might actually want to keep them and use that as a smaller arable field going forwards, although that might not come to much fruition as the series kind of drawing to an end, because Farm Sim 25 is coming out soon. So new PC means I can buy Farm Sim 25, and I'll be waiting until there's more than enough room to get through there. Beginning of November, because we kind of spent all the money this month. Actually, I'm going to go through that one. So yeah, the whole thing with the new driver for the Logitech steering wheel, and then it had to recalibrate for Farming Simulator. I now have a limited amount of force feedback going on. So if I drive really fast, the steering gets stiffer, which is kind of realistic. So if I want to do tight manoeuvring, I want to keep the speed down to manageable rates. And the steering wheel will shake a little bit at high speed. I don't know if that's on main roads, but definitely on the country road or the farm tracks. Ideas. Okay. Don't actually need to come through this field this time, but we will. As I said, I wanted to get the mower started. So we're in swath dropping. Now I've got to look up. Switch on, switch. Decent switch on. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Hopefully that creates conditioned grass. It is in swath mode, which is good. We need to get into the field. Close that, open that. Oh. Clear the temporary course and create a new one. So this is 9.9, 3 headlands, go round, clockwise, blah blah blah, generate. That looks fine. And that's good. First point. That kind of looks like it's conditioned grass. We can jump back in. Do this one. Well, it gave me a chance to get the mower started. So now there's mowing grass. We are heading back to probably the furthest point we possibly could in the maize field. But this swath here is so wide. We're not going to have too much of an issue getting around here anymore. We are going to wreck the maize. But, oh no, I now want... I do kind of want to mulch this field. Get some of the environmental benefits from mulching up the stuff. The organic matter that is left after foraging. Unfortunately, you can see where I've driven. Yeah, we're destroying that matter, so it's not going to give me an awesome boost in nitrogen, but c'est la vie. We'll do what we can. We're also going to need to do the other thing we have to do. Multiply subsoil. Run the subsoiler over this because this is maize and it's going to need plowed afterwards, and subsoilers work good enough for that. What else do we have going? Yeah, I have no idea how long this job's going to take us. Also have no idea if I need another silage bunker. This cut I don't. But when we start cutting the two fields that have grass in, grass is being used as a cover crop, but we will cut it when it's available. We're not going to have enough room to put all of the silage that we make into the two bunkers that we currently have, unless I sell the maize. Now, considerations here are I'm going to need some cows. And if I get cows, I'm going to need to feed them both types of silage in their silage feed. And so I'm going to need to retain maize silage and grass silage year round. So any month, already full again. Any month where I have, let me think about driving. Any month where I have a grass cut, for example, I'm going to have to empty a bunker to put the new grass in. And then that's going to need to ferment. But if I'm feeding cows, I want cow food available all the time. So I need basically extra bunkers to put the new cut in, while at least two of the bunkers are feeding animals. That's going to be a bit fun, he says sarcastically. Now obviously concentrating today on the maize silage does mean this tractor gets freed up for some heavy field work. Because I think some of my equipment will only run behind this one. Meanwhile, the Syrian can be collecting grass while I set this off on cultivation and stuff like that. Press that button and that button. Probably want to dump the next load in that valley in the middle of the bunker. I want to try and get this Oh, I wonder if that'll work. So the harvester's kind of close to the hedge. I might be able to drive on the wrong side of the hedge for the rest of this field. That might be too far away, but we'll give it a bit of a go. Come on, detect. Yes. Awesome. That is just in range. Now, I'm not sure about the corner where the Kubota's parked. That might be too wide. But once we've cleared this stretch here, we should be ample room to just stay in the field from there onwards. So what I'm going to do here is very carefully and with great concentration try not to kill any maize backing up here. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay. Really? And as part of my farm sim setting up, or final farm sim setting up yesterday, I did decide to load up Old Stream Farm with no mods at all and see how far we got with that. And playing new farmer mode. So basically the farm, you get 2 fields, one of which has wheat in it and the other one has nothing. And both of them need it ploughed. You do start with the plough, you do start with the cultivator, you start with the 175 horsepower John Deere, the Class Tube half-pipe trailer, and a Fendt 511C. So the 511 doesn't have a lot of horsepower, but it can run the plough, the cultivator, but not the seeder. But all the fields needed ploughed, so after harvesting I ploughed all the fields. That's all I really had time for. Just enough to make sure, yeah, all the buttons on all the devices are working as expected. Graphics looks very pretty now. I don't know if we can actually, that does look impressive. It doesn't look as shiny as it used to. So, yeah. Guess we'll see how that works out. Now the mower's finished. We're nearly full again. So now I've got the space to do this. If the steering wheel will allow me to. Yep. what's that? That's about the fifth load. Obviously this grass cut's going to be about one bunker full, because we've done this one before where it's just the 4 local fields plus the big one straight across in front of us.